Alright, so I'm gonna give you some tips for this family portrait project if you're able to do it on the computer. And even if you're not, I would expect you to answer questions I have about this. So it starts with all your pictures, and like even if they're all like this, nice and simple, the white background like the document recommends, or a consistent background, basically what you want to do is you're going to want to go find other pictures that you're going to drag in here. So like all of mine are like Shutterstock things that I've dragged in. And it doesn't really matter which one you would want to put in next. Um, but you just go and get it. So like this lady's gonna get cut out of this picture, and that's not really a big deal to me. But what I'm gonna do is bring in my next layer, however you want to do that, and I just turn the opacity way down, and I use that to try to figure out how they're gonna fit in the frame. You see, if they're all a nice consistent background color, I don't really have a lot of worries here because I can just paint what I need. So if you take all of them with the same background, you're not going to have any issues. So I get that. And then just to select the area I want to put it in, the easiest tool to use is probably the polygonal lasso tool, because this lets you draw straight lines. If the picture's tilted or anything, you don't have to worry about that. I just come in here and I can do, if I gotta zoom in, do lines that match up. I'll zoom out a little. There we go, and right over to the top. And all I have to do now is if I turn this layer on, I can do a Control J and increase the opacity, and then I should be able to get rid of that layer. See how we got the one on the outside and the new one? And we just have this in here now. So I can actually ditch this layer if I want, or keep it around. And then it's kind of a repeat process. So I'd go find the next picture I wanted to put in there. So that was one. Make it, just to give you something a little different, we'll put this person in next. Here we go. So this guy, make him a lot smaller because we want him to be in this little picture frame. Once again, the background's all the same color, which makes our life easier. I can even tilt him if I want. Possibly make him a little bit larger. All right. I got him. I'm going to turn him off. I'm going to get the polygonal lasso tool again. I'm going to zoom in, make my life easier here. And click right at the corners. Yep. Control J. Turn that off. Turn this up. It didn't affect it because the picture didn't go over here far enough. So in this case, that wasn't an issue at all. So we're good there. And then lastly, we do the last picture, which I'm going to do the one in the frame. Should be the last picture. Oh, this is a big one. Shrink. Move it up to the top. To the top layer. Shrink. Shrink, tilt. Shrink. Shrink. Not too much. Once again, if you get like the same background color, you can really make your life easy for this assignment. Notice it's getting pixelated now, but I can move that right down there. And if a nice matched up background color and even a similar frame, and make it look like it's just supposed to be this way. Now we do have some issue here with like the Shutterstock. I can do some things to clean that up, which was throwing me off. Like I can draw a box around this with the polygonal lasso tool, like so. And just to clean up at the end here, I can come in with my paintbrush and I can select this picture from the guy. I got to be on the right layer or any layer, and I can just start coming in, and it won't go over the edges because of the layer we have set up, but I can clean up around the finger, and I'll leave the shadow that the finger's got. Deselect, Control D, and there you go. And then, you know, I can clean this up too. You would obviously have taken these pictures, but this is how you could do the family portrait. And then if you want to get spiffy, you can just go add in text. I don't know what your family is. And they're probably not going to go with all white text. I can change the direction so it goes like so. There we go. And actually I might want to make text a little bigger. There we go. We got text up and down. And the nice thing is when you get out of text, you can actually just take it and do a transform on it and kind of make it the size you want. So there you go. That is the long and short of how to do this process.